Shalom, giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kwadash. Double honor to the apostles of Great Millstone. Honors to you brothers that are pushing the gospel of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, in all sincerity, diligence, and truth. And peace and grace be upon the house of David, which is the elect, the men, women, and children that are predestined to receive salvation and to be the first fruits of the kingdom of heaven, which is the kingdom of Israel. So I want to do a quick lesson, Lord willing. It'd be edifying unto the elect, going in on dreams and visions, all right, and how the Most High Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, sends dreams, unto his, servants, but he also, gives dreams and visions to, all spirits, anybody, really, the Lord can send a dream, send a vision, to. Okay, and there's been a phenomena, all right, as a scientific world likes to call it, but it's been a more prevalent amount or prevalent incidences, I should say, of amount of people, okay, specifically here in America, but throughout the world, of people having cataclysmic apocalyptic dreams, all right, and it's a trend that what they're dreaming or what they're being shown is destruction. Okay, it's devastation. It's widespread death. All right, so this is coming from End Time Prophecy, endtimeheadlines.org. Okay, came out January 7th, 2020. Says woman claims she was given a vision from God of a devastating future attack on America. Okay, now before I play this video, there's an actual video that I was watching months ago. This came back out back in October, and I seen it when it first came out because the headline was intriguing. It says increasing number of Americans having cataclysmic visions. Okay, and like I said, through the spirit and through the scriptures, all right, and how the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai works is that he sends visions and dreams. All right, let's get that real quick in the book of Job, okay? Because brothers, sisters, brothers, wives, all right, brothers, prophets, the sheep, we all have somehow or another experienced, dreams and visions of the end, okay? And a lot of times, I'll speak for myself. I've seen dreams of, the Babylon, America being destroyed. I've seen dreams of the chariots. All right. I've seen dreams of, have dreams, visions of, being delivered. Okay. So on and so forth, and, throughout Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, I haven't had a dream of being destroyed. Okay. But you have a lot of people in the world that see these type of dreams. All right. They see dreams and really a lot of times when we have our dreams, although they are frightening, but they also are, you would say a lot of times they are, give us joy because we see dreams of spiritual power. All right, we see dreams of, like I said before, the chariots, returning. All right, dreams of being beamed up. So we see those things, but also, and I've had dreams of, being amidst, among a great earthquake. Okay, I've had dreams of being, seeing, I should say, the second death, or that lake of fire. I've had dreams of Leviathan coming up, and the killing and, just straight devouring people, and then, coming towards me and looking at me and saying righteous, and then, turning away from me and not, not destroying me as he was destroying other people. So, we know that dreams are a way that the Most High speaks. All right, now this is Job chapter 23, verse, where is it? Job chapter 23, verse 14, it says, for the Most High speaketh once, yet twice, yet man perceiveth not. All right, because sometimes people get dreams and they don't even realize that it's Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai speaking. All right. And, that's why even with Nebuchadnezzar and Daniel, he had dreams that was troubling him. All right, and that's a indicator, you could say, of something that is a vain dream, because the scriptures talks about vain visions, all right, or vain dreams, all right. So you have so there's indicators on what is a vain dream, and what is an actual vision that that is given unto you, all right. And a lot of times we read the scriptures about visions that were given unto men, whether it be men of the Lord, whether it be heathens, all right. Even you had women been given dreams as well. But the ones that trouble you, all right, the ones that you remember, the ones that are vivid, all right, the ones where you wake up and you still feel like the intensity of the dream, those are visions, all right. Those are, as it says here, the Most High speaketh once, yet twice, and yet man perceiveth not, all right. Because in this world, people don't, because Esau tries to explain away these supernatural or spiritual events, phenomena scientifically, carnally, because that's who he is. He's a devil, right? He'll try to say, oh, it's your brain, neurological, your neurons being fired off and this and that. And, that's why that dream happened. But, they try to take away from the power and the excellency of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, all right, as him being the devil, Esau, Edom, all right, being Satan, the adversary. But nonetheless, when you get those dreams that trouble you, all right, that stick in your mind, that still gives you that sensation of being in it, those are visions from the Most High. So it says, verse 15, in a dream and in the vision of a night, when deep sleep falleth upon men, and slumbering upon the bed, then he openeth the ears of men and sealeth their instruction. Verse 17, that he may withdraw man from his purpose and hide pride from man. Okay, so the Lord, he puts things, instructions in men, in mankind while they're asleep. All right, that's why when you wake up, and that's why the scripture says that a man heart may devise his way, but the Most High directeth his path, because ultimately we are all just doing the will of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, whether it be on the left hand or whether it be on the right hand. Okay, so now when you go to this video right here, it says increasing number of Americans having cataclysmic visions. All right, and this came back, like I said, this came out in October 2021. I'm not gonna play the whole thing. I'm gonna play the first part, and I'm gonna skip.
Hello, everybody. Americans, international people, but particularly Americans, are having visions and dreams that are quite disturbing. And I'm going to get into that a little bit here on the Common Sense Show, short course version. And just want to know if you're having the same kind of feelings. And I'm going to give you a little physics background to kind of give you an idea of where I'm coming from at this from a scientific, non-esoteric point of view.
Okay, because like I said before, you have Esau, who tries to explain things scientifically. But although this guy, he does speak on, and I'm going to try to go to that point, it from an erotistical standpoint, which basically, speaks about like spirituality or supernatural. But when you go to, let's go right here.
What's the big deal about a first quarter kickoff? Well, everything.
So this was back in October, and there was a article that I came across that said that since the pandemic started, a lot of Americans have been having nightmarish dreams. All right, whether it be lockdowns, restrictions, all right, not being able to go from one state to another, okay, so on and so forth. So there has been studies, I believe that was coming from psychology.org or .com, whatever. But there was a study that basically said that since the pandemic in 2020, there has been an increasing number of Americans having nightmarish dreams. Okay.
Idea that, gee whiz, ladies and gentlemen, we got a situation here where people are having dreams and visions. Actually, they've been going on for some time. David Michael Scallion, it used to be so dramatic for him.
Okay. Sorry, I just wanted to play that little tidbit right there, that there is a, this is something that is happening more and more frequently. All right. Now, going to this other article, which, like I said, it came out a few weeks ago, about 2 weeks ago, says woman claims she was given a vision from the Most High of a devastating future attack on America. Okay. So I'm going to try to run through this. May not read the whole thing. It says the following is shared from Michael Snyder's blog. What I'm about to share with you is so important, and I hope that you will share this with everyone you can. There is so much prophetic chatter in the Christian world today, but most of it comes from charlatans that have never actually had any supernatural experiences with God at all. Excuse me. It says when their prophecies inevitably fail, it makes the entire prophetic community look bad. But of course, there are others that actually do have very real supernatural experiences with God in which they are shown things about the future. One such individual is my friend Sonja Craighead. Those that have followed my work, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to skip to what her dream was. It says, all right, this is the dream. This thing's in a way. It says, hello, Michael, blah, 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 blah. Something about American remnant. So like, let me see if it's this way. It says, warning to God's, Salakia. Warning to God's American remnant of coming attack. 1/6/22. Okay. Okay. Hey, and we know that the remnant is speaking of in the scriptures the hopeful elect. All right, the elect of the nation of Israel. It says yesterday I had a devastating dream. Something. This fucking ad, man. So yesterday I had a mini vision of something so devastating that I struggled to find words to describe it. It is a coming event that will nearly destroy America. It says they began close. Let me start up with Salakia. It says I saw coming from the Gulf of Mexico out of the beautiful ocean's view a series of very fast moving things that I don't know what they are. They were coming out of the ocean from off the coast of Florida west to below Houston off the coast of Texas. They went up and arched into the sky, and then they went inland into the U.S. and came down on U.S. cities. They began close to the Florida Panhandle, and in nearly but not quite concurrent order, they ended at Houston. Houston will take a direct hit. I don't know how many cities will be hit or the exact location of the other cities other than Houston, because all of it caught me off guard due to the rapid speed of the event. I think they hit 6 or 8 U.S. cities nearly at the same time. Total destruction by massive fireballs and explosion larger than I've ever seen, with horrific waves of heat going miles in every direction and every of where they landed, igniting everything close to those terrible heat waves on fire with huge fireballs explosions that reached hundreds of feet into the air. Cities and towns were just suddenly gone, and intense explosions were all going on at the same time. I didn't comprehend what was happening because of the speed of how fast it happened. No warning, no time to evacuate, no time to escape this terrible fate. It was so catastrophic, it's hard for me to describe it in words, okay? And that goes back to the scriptures where it talks about these visions, all right? And I got a precept here about in Daniel 2:1, all right? This is speaking about Nebuchadnezzar's dream. It says, and then the second, this is speaking about his dream of the statue, okay? The various different world empires that would be on the earth, and then at the end, Yahweh Shai will come, okay, the stone to destroy the feet thereof of that statue and set up a kingdom, all right, that should not be given to other people, which is the kingdom of Israel, okay, which we're coming into that point right now. But if right here it says Daniel 2:1, it says in the second year of the reign of Nebuchadnezzar dreamed dreams wherewith his spirit was troubled and his sleep brake from him. Okay. So it says, then the king commanded to call the magicians, the astrologers, the sorcerers, and the Chaldeans for to shew the king his dream. So they came and stood before the king. It says, and the king said unto them, I have dreamed a dream, and my spirit was troubled to know the dream. Okay. So there you go. And when you jump to chapter 4, it was another dream that Nebuchadnezzar had. It says, Nebuchadnezzar the king, unto all people, nations, and languages that dwell on the earth, peace be multiplied unto you. I thought it good to show the signs and wonders that the high God hath wrought towards me. How great are his signs, and how mighty are his wonders. The kingdom is his kingdom is an everlasting kingdom. His dominion is from generation to generation. I, Nebuchadnezzar, was at rest in my house and flourishing in my palace. And I saw a dream which made me afraid, and the thoughts upon my bed and the visions of my head troubled me. Okay, so this is something that is a consistent thing that the Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai does. All right, it tells us that in the book of Joel that Lord will pull out his spirit. Let's get that. Joel 2 verse 28 says, and it shall come to pass afterward that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, your old men shall dream dreams, and your young men shall see visions. And also upon the servants and upon the handmaids in those days will I pour out my spirit. Okay. So the Lord told us that in these last days that he was going to pour out his spirit upon all flesh. And there's going to be Israelites, prophets, all right, sisters that believe, okay, believers, all right, and even non-believers, all right, and even heathens that will dream dreams, that will see visions. But when you see that when these heathens get visions, their visions that they get is always of destruction. You know, it's always cataclysmic, and it always has to do with America. You know, I won't say always, but a lot of times when you hear about these people that have these dreams, okay, or they do videos, you know, there's been videos that have been shown amongst, you know, the Israel community that of women having these dreams of Yahweh Shai coming back and him being angry, and there's been a lot of death and destruction happening. All right, and a lot of times these things take place in America, man, because we know that America is the place of you know, that great and utter destruction that the scripture speaks about. Okay, which is why you have you know, these type of events or these type of articles being spoken of and the destruction that follows. All right. People don't ever, you know, when these type of visions that people have that become so intense that they're troubled, and they, as she says, it was hard for her to describe in words, those visions that people get are once again sent by Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, and they're never going to be, you know, if they're truly visions and not vain dreams, as we spoke about, they're always going to have a similar it's always going to be a similar event. All right, there's always going to be some type of devastation, some type of destruction. Okay, and a lot of times it deals with fire, because that's how Babylon the Great, America, is going to be taken out. All right, so this is the book of Sirach, or Ecclesiasticus, chapter 40, verse 1. It says, great travail is created for every man, and an heavy yoke is upon the sons of Adam, from the day that they go out of their mother's womb to the day that they return to the mother of all things, all right, which is the earth. It says, their imaginations of things to come in the day of death trouble their thoughts and cause fear of heart. It says, for him that sitteth on the throne of glory, okay, and that's speaking about what? Kings, which you just had Nebuchadnezzar. And don't think that these elites, that they don't be having dreams as well. All right, they definitely get troubled with dreams, man. All right, which is why the scriptures talks about that they know they have but a short time. All right, part of that reason is because they get troubled with these dreams. Okay, it says, from him that sitteth on the throne of glory, unto him that is humbled in the earth and ashes, from him that weareth purple and a crown, all right, being in royalty, being in that position of rulership, which Esau, Edom, all right, is in right now. It says, unto him that is clothed with linen frock, wrath and envy, trouble and unquietness, fear of death and anger, strife, and in the time of the rest upon his bed, his night sleep, doeth change his knowledge. A little or nothing is his rest, and afterward he is in his sleep, as in a day of keeping watch, troubled in the vision of his heart, which in heart meaning mind, as if he were escaped out of a battle, right? So these visions that these heathens get, it gets their heart racing. You know, they get frightful, they get afraid. All right, they wake up in cold sweats. Okay, and once again, see, when we have these cataclysmic or these apocalyptic dreams, a lot of times we're rejoicing because we know that these things must need be, and ultimately it's for our salvation. So a lot of times when we have these dreams, we see the destruction, but then the Lord also gives us the comfort by having, you know, chariots come. All right, angels might appear or help us out, or we might get spiritual power in those dreams. Some way, shape, or form, we are comforted among, you know, in these cataclysmic or apocalyptic dreams. Whereas these people, all right, these heathens, and when they have these dreams, they're just seeing the destruction. They're not getting any salvation. They're not getting any deliverance. They're just seeing the trouble that is, being given unto them to be seen, right? It says, so that's why it says troubled in his vision, in the vision of his heart, his mind, as if he were escaped out of a battle, right? It says, verse 7, when all is safe, he awaketh and marveleth that the fear was nothing. So he awake out of this dream because he's thinking that it's so real, because it's a vision, that he thinks that this is a reality. So when he awakes, he's marveled at the fact of how, you know, his countenance or his cognition was troubled. All right, he might have been sweating. All right, some people wake up from their dream crying on how real it was. But it said they marveled that the fear was nothing. So it wasn't something that actually was taking place at that time. However, it could be a vision, you know. Verse 8, it says, such things, now listen to this, such things happen unto all flesh, right? All flesh have dreams, both man and beast. And I've seen dogs, you know, that start running in their sleep. You know, they start barking. So even animals have dreams. And it says, and that is sevenfold more upon sinners. Okay, so the wicked sinners have these type of dreams, but it's even more, you know, frightening unto them. Sevenfold more upon sinners. So how much more upon these elites? All right, that's why the scriptures tells you that what? Here in the book of Proverbs 4, verse Proverbs 4, verse 16, it says, for they sleep not, except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall. Why is that? Because in their minds, because of their warped and son of perdition's, you know, way of thinking, they have these dreams, and they think that the only way to escape from these dreams, or only way to escape from these things coming to reality, is that they have to continue with their evil devices. They have to continue with trying to, because, you know, they may have dreams of being put into slavery. They have dreams of Yahushua coming back. All right, they have dreams of these chariots destroying them. All right, they have dreams of the Israelites, the elect of Israel, getting spiritual powers and, you know, taking them down. Okay, the same dreams we have on the right hand side, and we doing these things to these devils, and then these elites. All right, and their kingdom going down. They have those same dreams, but they don't have dreams of them staying on top. They don't have dreams of them taking down the Lord. OK, they got dreams of themselves being taken down. So then what do? They have to try to figure out a way carnally. All right. In reality, to make sure that doesn't happen. So that's why they continue with their, you know, Space Force programs, and they continue with their DARPA. All right. And they continue with their agenda of pushing the MOTB, because in their minds, that is the way that they're going to be able to stay on top and not have those nightmares that they have, that they are given, you know, come to reality. All right. That's why it says, for they sleep not, except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall. So they keep continuing with their sorcery. All right. That's why the scripture says in Isaiah, the 47th chapter, stand now with thine enchantments. OK, so let's get a scripture here in the book of Matthew 27. Why this keeps jumping. Here we go. Matthew 27, verse 19. And this is speaking about Pontius Pilate and his wife. This is his wife. It says, and when he was set down on a judgment seat, speaking of Pilate, his wife sent unto him, saying, have thou nothing to do with that just man? for I have suffered many things this day in a dream because of him. Okay. So, hey, the Lord gave Pontius Pilate, his wife, a dream concerning Yahweh Shai and concerning the fact that something, it doesn't expound on what the dream was, but basically you can extract through the spirit that she might have seen Yahweh Shai being crucified, and then the events that would take place afterwards because of his crucifixion, which ultimately him being crucified for the nation of Israel, starting with the elect's sake, was the way that the Israel would be brought back into the Heavenly Father, right? And that dominion, that kingdom of Israel be established, and Esau and his dominion be taken out of the way, all right? And then ultimately Esau and his nation being destroyed, all right? So she may have seen the fact that Yahweh Shai being crucified, what that would lead to, which will ultimately lead to the Israelites being restored as the kings on the earth, okay, and Esau being taken off of, being exterminated. That's why she said, have nothing to do with that just man, for I have suffered many things this day in a dream because of him. All right, so let you know that the Lord gives dreams, visions unto heathens, and all right, and a lot of, and when these heathens and the wicked and the sinners gets dreams, it's really to it troubles them. Okay, their dreams is nothing comforting, whereas our dreams, it comforts us. Now, the last scripture I get here in the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 19, verse Slakia, not 19. Wisdom of Solomon 18. Wisdom of Solomon chapter 18, verse 17. And it's speaking about ancient Egypt when the death angel came. But before that, it says, then suddenly visions of horrible dreams troubled them sore, and terrors came upon them unlooked for. For one thrown here and another there, half dead, shewed the cause of his death. For the dreams that troubled them did foreshew this, lest they should perish and not know why they were afflicted. Okay, so the Most High gives dreams to these heathens of destruction, of chaos, of calamity. All right, so that they could know why they're about to be afflicted. All right, just like here, it tells you when all of the plagues that the Lord was doing into ancient Egypt, he said what? He gave them dreams and horrible visions that troubled them sore. Same thing that happened to Nebuchadnezzar, same thing that happened to Pontius Pilate's wife. Okay, and same thing that we just seen, that is a phenomenon that's happening in an increasing number of Americans. All right, of what? Of apocalyptic dreams of destruction. Okay, so let me read that again. It says, for the dreams that troubled them did foreshow this, lest they should perish and not know why they were afflicted. Okay, so, I'm going to end it there. I think that I hit all the different points about, the dreams and visions that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai gives, and he also gives to these heathens. And that's why you're seeing an increasing number of people speak about dreams. But what they're speaking of is disaster, is destruction, because that's the Lord showing them, really what's about to hit. Okay, as he said that he's going to pour out his spirit upon all flesh in these last days. So with that, Lord willing, it's edifying unto the elect. Till next time, shalom.